Good evening, everybody. How we doing on this Tuesday night? It's Tuesday night, so you know what that means. It's time for another installment of the Around the Ropes podcast. You can catch us on our Facebook page. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter, and we're also on Instagram, folks. So definitely search for us. If you're on any of them, give us a follow, give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a whatever it is. We do not have an OnlyFans. Sorry, Ryan.
Damn it!
But of course, guys,
Coming soon, though. Coming soon.
I have my little right here next to me. But guys, we are coming off a crazy weekend of independent wrestling happening in New Jersey. Starting off Friday night with Ace Pro Wrestling, followed by Pro Wrestling Magic on Saturday, followed by Invictus on Sunday, which I will say this quickly.
Actually, sorry to cut you off. John and Carl had Invictus Pro Wrestling, and as of Friday night, I last minute got booked to be the announcer for Victory Pro Wrestling, which is based out of here on Long Island. Just want to point that out there.
And what we saw at Invictus on Sunday, we saw a 8-man tag team match that the guys in the match were the factions known as Takeover and the Goonies.
The Goons.
The Goons? Why did I say the Goonies?
You're thinking of the movie. Great. Wait, have you ever seen the movie?
Yes, I have.
Okay, you're fine.
Those guys.
But you never seen You never seen The Godfather.
Go enjoy your sesame chicken there. Those guys did not have a match. I'm gonna say this right now. Those guys had a war to see which one can kill each other first.
Oh my God!
But we'll get into all that. 8:30 p.m. We will be joined by Darius Carter, former Pro Wrestling Magic champion, Carl's favorite wrestler, and honestly one of the better independent wrestlers out there. We'll also be joined at 9 p.m. by Kenny Bengal, who's one half of your new Ace Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Wow.
Why do you have to spoil it, dude? I was going to tell that, but anyway.
But let me throw it around the room, see how everybody's doing. Let me first start over to Costa. I feel like I haven't seen Costa in forever. Costa, how's it going, man? How you doing?
Know.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen you guys in like 3 months or something, man. What's up? I had to go on an emergency family vacation, so yeah, it was kind of me personally. I'll tell you that I didn't enjoy myself, but it was because it was not like Niagara Falls, and there's really nothing to do there except you know what to do at Niagara Falls, gamble, and I'm not really a gambler, right? So it's okay. But other than that, yeah, my week has been really enjoyable so far. I think I've had some breakthroughs in the music industry, which I'm gonna share on my show on Thursday, and yeah, I'm doing well. I'm excited to hear the stories that you guys have about this weekend, and yeah, I'm excited to talk about wrestling. So let's get going, guys.
Let me now throw it over to a guy who I saw 2 times this past weekend. Some might call him Sexy Ryan. Some might call him one of the pillars of ring announcing in the Northeast.
Who that?
And that's you.
Oh, me! Me!
Yeah.
Moi? Oh, stop!
How you been? I feel like it's been all of a day since I've seen you.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out, man.
Yeah.
It was a long weekend. It was a busy weekend. Before we get into what happened this weekend, there's 2 things I do want to mention. To anybody who celebrated Rosh Hashanah the past 2 nights, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Happy New Year.
Shana Tova.
Yes.
Shana Tova.
Next week is the big holiday. Next week is Yom Kippur, which I'm going to get to that at the end because we will have a programming note with that episode.
We will have a what?
A programming note with that episode.
A program?
A programming note.
Oh.
You know how like when you go to Broadway and they say, "Oh, this person's not here, so the understudy is this guy."
Oh, okay.
To anybody who's in Florida right now, who is in the path of this storm that is about to hit, don't be a hero and try to wait it out. They are telling you to leave get your shit and get out.
From that bitch of a Hurricane Ian.
Yeah.
Bro, how about Fiona, man? How about Fiona? Fiona
Fiona in Puerto Rico too.
Yeah, Fiona in Puerto Rico and Atlantic Canada as well, in Nova Scotia and those places.
Really?
Yeah,
It went up that way?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Oh shit.
Nova Scotia and Saskatchewan, all that.
But from everybody here at the ATR Network, Any Round Ropes podcast, we wish that, everybody who's in the path of that storm, stay safe.
Yep.
Honestly, you can anything. I learned this over the years. You can replace a house. You can replace a car. You can't replace a human life.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be one of these people who are going to sit it out and be like, "Oh, I'm not leaving." No, don't do that. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
We do have our first comment coming in from David Zubin, who just says, "Hello, everybody. Hey, David, how you doing? Glad you can catch us tonight."
The Zooster.
Hi, David.
There's an old song from the 70s. Granted, the lyric is just like one lyric went up, but it kind of resembles this. It's called "Billy, Don't Be a Hero."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or in this case, Florida, don't be a hero.
Exactly. But again, guys, like we said before, you guys are in our thoughts, you're in our prayers, and you guys will get through this. Florida, this ain't your first rodeo when it comes to hurricanes.
And unfortunately, not to be optimistic, it won't be your last, unfortunately.
No, I'm just curious to see how the storm handles itself after it leaves Florida. Is it one of those things of it goes into the Atlantic, re-strengthens, and then comes right up for us?
Well, we'll find out when it happens. But let's stop with the negative shit. Let's get into some big men slapping meat, lathering themselves in half oil, called professional wrestling.
Yeah.
David actually chimes in here, Ryan, before we get to that. He goes, "I'm doing good. Like you said, pray to everybody who's being affected by the hurricanes." Exactly. David, you nailed it right on the head, buddy.
My guy right there.
But guys, like I said before, we did have a busy weekend. Myself and Carl, we were at 3 independent shows this weekend, all in the lovely state of New Jersey. The first one happened in Teaneck, New Jersey. Ace Pro Wrestling was their first event in 6 months. And I'm going to say this right now on air. I tried the empanadas, and those are the best freaking empanadas I've ever had.
We need to get those. We need to get those. Some of those. We need to like. I need to order them. I need to order them and bring them.
Costa, they were good. I had the chicken one.
Which chicken? I know he had a buffalo chicken one, but was it a plain one?
I think it was a plain one.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
I might get chastised for this, but and you guys might be surprised by this, but I haven't had an empanada in my life, so I want to try it.
Andrew Basinger chimes in. He goes, "Hi to all. Hey, Andrew, how you doing?"
Wait, hold on, Costa. Say that again, Costa.
I haven't had an empanada before in my life, so I need to try it.
Ryan, come back then.
I'm here. Don't worry.
But we'll get into Ace in a little bit. But we're going to get rolling now with Pro Wrestling Magic, who had their show on Saturday night.
All right.
Oh, speaking about hold on, before we get to that, speaking about the empanadas, our buddy Alex Aceta chimes in here.
Hey!
He said,
What's up, Hefe?
He chimes in and said, only been to one A show, and those empanadas hit different. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Alex nailed it right on the head.
Oh, John, didn't you say you had a pizza one too, by any chance?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
This guy had three.
Well, yeah.
Hey, at least I'm not like the other guy.
No, Carl had like five.
Let's get to this question quickly before we get into this, because David.
Sure.
David chimes in here and says, "What do you think of Liv Morgan going into Extreme Rules?"
About going extreme?
I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Let's see what they do.
That table spot was freaking amazing, bro.
Let's see what they do. That's the best way I can put it. Let's see what they do with her.
Yeah.
Granted, one thing that I noticed after watching a little bit of Raw last night, they're really pushing for Extreme Rules, which is what, next Saturday or something like that?
Yeah.
On Monday.
Have you noticed that?
Sorry, go ahead.
Have you noticed that most of the matches that they're announcing, it's something that hasn't been done in a long time. Every single match has a different stipulation.
Yeah.
What?
It's supposed to be Extreme Rules.
Wait. Hold on. So you mean to tell me that they can actually book an Extreme Rules pay-per-view
on Extreme Rules
and actually have different? I'm stunned. I'm blown away. This must feel like when Carl finally reaches the height he's supposed to reach.
Or when you reach your... Never mind. Anyway.
Hey.
Moving on. Pro Wrestling Magic happened Saturday night.
Whoopee.
In the Ridgefield Park Sportatorium, as I call
Jesus
it.
Jesus Christ. The Mecca.
The Phil Sheridan building.
The whorehouse of Jersey, as they call it.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna say, and you can actually watch that. It was, I think, on IWTV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you get the chance, go watch the main event with Darius Carter and Dan Moth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And one thing I always stress when it comes, since we've been doing the show, I always stress about storytelling. I always stress about, for me to be emotionally invested into a 10, 15, 20-minute match, there has to be an emotional investment behind it.
Yeah.
Where they're telling a good story, they had those false finishes, and this match had everything.
Mm-hmm.
They had one spot. I'm surprised Moth was able to actually walk after this. They're going up the ramp. They're on the stage.
I saw the match. I saw the match yesterday. I know what you're talking about. So,
and Carter does almost like a pile driver.
Wow.
On Moth, right on the stage.
Wow.
And I thought he was done. And then it was
the sit down tombstone.
Yes. And then at the end, after the camera stopped, and Moth is looking at Carter and saying, I lost to you. I shook your hand like a man. You're going to shake my hand now and be a man. And Carter wouldn't. That was what was so great about it. Carter wouldn't shake his hand. And I know Carl bitches about Carter, but I'm going to give Carter his flowers right now. Not only is he a good in-ring worker, but the trash talking he does to his opponents. There was moments in that match, and we were literally, if you watch the stream, okay, and you see towards the left of the ring, that's where me, Carl, and Bob were.
Okay.
Like, literally, there was moments where they were doing, if you saw them doing all the suicide dives, they were doing them all right by us.
Yeah.
At one point, Chris Barton was sitting right next to me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris Barton, Dominic Nero, Fight or Die.
Hell yeah.
Give them their props in a second. Every time they were coming by was right near us. To the point I literally looked at Carl. I said, Carl, I'm moving you and Bob down a few feet because I need some room to breathe. Because I felt like I was in Carl's lap half the time. For match. Not him. Moving on. But
I do want to also commend the Dapper Yapper himself, Mr. Shane Fair.
Yes.
Because he right before the main event introductions, he said that it's the main event, which is sponsored by the Around the Ropes podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, folks, that's why we came up with the title for the show, the Around the Ropes Takeover Weekend. Because not only did we sponsor the main event of Magic, we also sponsored the tag team title match at Ace. And we also sponsored the tag team title match at Invictus on Sunday.
Yep.
So the people in that area between Teaneck and Ridgefield Park, for the most part, know who we are.
Yep.
Not only them, but those who watched on IWTV live.
Yes.
Yep.
And it must have been, was it Ace that it happened at or Magic? I think it must have been Magic. When he announced it, you actually heard a little chant in the crowd for the Around the Ropes podcast.
Yes, thank you guys.
I think it was Magic.
You did hear that, and I sat there, and Carl didn't recognize it at first, but I got onto it right away, and I'm like, we're doing something right.
Yeah.
But you had, I mean,
Basically, deep down, John was giddier than a schoolgirl in a candy store.
Yes, I am. You know what?
He was fanboying for our own show, so it's okay.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
I was fanboying for myself.
Yeah.
You Mark. You self-righteous Mark.
Okay, call me Tony Khan then.
No.
Make Carl CM Punk.
Moving on, but
they're around the same age, right? I'm sorry. What?
I tweeted out from the @Around Rope Show on Twitter. That's where you can find us on Twitter. Their match that they had was one of the greatest title matches I have ever seen.
Yeah.
You know where I put that on the same level? And you're gonna laugh at what I'm putting this on the same level as. From a storytelling perspective, now mind you, it was the first time I had seen both of them in action. But however long they had, which I don't remember how long they had, they told a phenomenal story. You know what I put that match on the same level as? Cody and Dustin at Double or Nothing in 2019.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You had, like I said, you had the false finishes. You had the emotion behind it. You had the fans cheering for Moth. You had the fans booing, especially at one point. At one point during the match, all of a sudden Carter does a stomp on the back of the ref.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting so pissed off. But what's funny though, if you looked at the end when Carter lost the belt, and you see, that Moth is holding the belt and everything. I was watching Carter's reaction, and Carter was sitting there. He was shaking.
Yeah.
To me, it was like, oh my God, if you want to see storytelling at its finest, that's the match to see. That to me was like I said, it was probably one of the greatest title matches I have ever seen in the professionals or in the indies.
And I do want to say this also. There is a reason why Darius Carter is ranked in the top 150 of the best wrestlers in the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The guy may come off like an ass in the ring. And I even said this to Carl. I said the fact that his entrance is as long as it is
hell yeah.
Plays so much into it. It is scary. But and it's not even a character. That's who he is.
Yeah.
And the fact that nobody has signed him yet, and that you haven't, unless I'm wrong, Ryan, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, he hasn't been on AW Dark or Elevation, has he?
I don't think so.
That to me is an abomination. That to me is ridiculous.
Well, there's another person. Since you mentioned people that should be signed that aren't. How about the Saint of War, Dominic De Niro?
Oh my God, that guy!
Yeah.
That guy had a weekend of 5-star matches. I'm just gonna say it right now. They had the tag title match to open up Invictus, again sponsored by the Around the Ropes podcast. I just have to throw
which I did say, by the way.
Did I say anything to you about how you promoted it? You're blaming
No, it was Mr. Clean that did that, though.
Blame him.
Yeah. Mr. Clean. Oh, shout out to Mr. Clean. I know he's missing the show today, but shout out to Mr. Clean.
No, he'll be here.
Yeah.
He'll be here. He's just hanging out. He's just hanging out with Moose right now.
And he has to learn how to.
Never mind.
He has to know what ladder to climb to ride the moose.
Anyway, so
Moving on.
Ace, Invictus Tag Titles on Sunday, sponsored by the Run Road Podcast. It was him and Chris Barton taking on Milk Chocolate. On Saturday, it was Fight or Die against I think it's Estados Unidos.
Yes.
And then Friday at Ace, which we'll talk more about Ace, but I want to get this out of the fucking way. Him against Cade Lothbrok for the Ace Diamond Division Championship, which is one of the most prestigious titles in Ace Pro Wrestling. They had a 20-minute banger.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And when I mean banger, I mean there was a bunch of like some. It was a mix of, you know, not even more high flying per se. It was more ground and pound, and a lot of slapping and submission.
The one thing, and obviously we'll get more into that match later on, but the one thing with that match from Friday, both Lothbrok and De Niro both played to their strengths beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
De Niro was like this ground and pound, technical, the whole 9 yards. And Lothbrok is a big dude. And he used that to his advantage. I was like, I even said it to Dominic on, must have been Sunday when we were outside, which, you know, that was definitely fun. And I even said it to him, I said, I want to get Lothbrok De Niro too.
Yeah.
Because that match, again, folks, I can't give that match enough credit. And at the end of tonight, we'll give you our favorite match of the weekend.
Spoiler alert, it's happening again.
Oh, wow.
Spoiler alert. I should have done breaking news first.
What?
Never mind. Moving on.
I didn't hear a fucking word you said. Your mouth was like, hard. Are you trying to eat yourself like a baby back rib? Like, what the hell?
No, I was going to say, you should have said, oh, we have breaking news, and then that's where we should have dropped that. But moving on.
It's okay.
But we'll get more like
breaking news. My ass is on fire. You want that?
Why, did he eat too many tacos or something?
No.
What?
Oh, you know, breaking news. Carl is bald.
Oh.
That's not breaking news there, Copernicus.
For the first time listeners and viewers, it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Ryan. Most people who meet Carl for the first time realize he's bald.
But
let's get off the Carl high horse here for a second. Let's get back to the wrestling.
that high horse is taller than Carl.
It has more hair.
Oh God!
Oh shit!
Ah!
Are you okay, Mr.
Hold on. When he comes in the room, can we just when he comes into this, you know, into the show, can we all do one big? Hey!
Oh no! I got a name for him when he comes in.
What?
Oh.
What?
Yep.
Oh God! Oh no! No! Costa, you're gonna find out when he comes on. So anyway,
all right,
we're getting way off the track here.
Hold on, I will say this much though. Also that night you had Death Row. Bruno and John Tella issued an open challenge to Lawrence and I don't know.
Somebody else.
Yeah, that was pretty much a 30-second nothing.
Pretty much.
You also, like I said, you had the tag titles. It felt like with Magic, it just kept saying there and go, oh, another match. Oh, another match. Oh, another match.
What? How many matches was it? Like 15 or what? No.
Now 11, I think.
11. Okay.
Oh God.
But what felt nice about it though is it was done with that. Oh, you also had the roulette for the Dark Arts Championship with the guy who I still can't remember his name who won it, who looked like Player 2 from WWE 2K22.
Oh, man.
You also had the women's match on Saturday.
But hold on, there's one more match. There's one other match you're missing. Now, actually, was pretty good from what I saw.
Which one?
Vinny Pacifico, who was supposed to go 1-on-1. He was supposed to go 1-on-1 against Victor Benjamin,
Yes.
but unfortunately, Benjamin had to pull out due to unforeseen circumstances. So, taking his place was the Honey Badger, Ryan Mooney.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
And that was a good match.
Oh yeah. That definitely was. I will say this much though. It was my first time seeing Vinny Pacifico wrestle live. I started laughing at his entrance music. I really started laughing. But no, you had the women's match for the Magic Women's title with JC Storm and Vicious Vicky.
Yeah, how was that?
Who, by the way, I will say, shout out to Vicious Vicky for. Okay, I'm sorry to cut off track. I want to talk about this because I've been reading about this all day.
Yeah.
Last night in Jersey City, New Jersey, there was something that has never been done before. A pro wrestling rock musical.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. No, keep going with what you're saying.
A pro wrestling rock musical, and some of the stars that were on there, wrestling wise, was Alpha Jr., Bull James, Vicious Vicky, and someone that people may know called Always Ready Matt Cardona.
Really?
Yeah, but also starred from Broadway, Amber Ardolino and Ramin Kamerlu.
Yes.
Which, by the way, Kamerlu was Canadian.
Yes.
Phenomenal singer, by the way.
Yep.
And yesterday, they had 2 performances at the White Eagle Hall in Jersey City. They sold out both of them. So huge props to them. I definitely want to see that. I'm surprised I didn't get invited to that shit because not only do I love pro wrestling, but I love musicals. I would have been the perfect critic for it. But no one thought of that shit.
Guys, if you notice now that our ticker's on the bottom, it means our producer is here. Captain.
Hey, Mr.
Quit
Robert.
acting like a little baby.
How was hanging out with the moose?
Wow.
Wow, I stunned Carl. Uh-oh.
For your
Hey!
Mr. Peterson, it was the Elks.
Oh, you were fucking the Elks.
I had
Okay.
a meeting with the Elks. But no.
No, Carl, we were just talking about Magic from Saturday. No, I gave the props to Moth and Carter. I was saying,
We were-
by the way, you finally got your voice back. You finally got your voice
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This guy lost his
But
voice
I
during
did hear you
Moth.
start to talk about one match, and I'm not touching that one.
All I was gonna say okay. It wasn't a barn burner of a match, but it was okay.
What match was that?
How can I put this in a nice way? You know what? I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
I will say this though.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I understand. The matches Saturday were definitely a lot of them were good. Obviously, Moth and Carter, I think, stole the entire weekend.
Yep.
But a lot of matches Saturday were good. Other than Moth and Carter, Carl, what was your favorite match of the night?
Death Row Open Challenge.
Jesus Christ.
No way.
He's being a wise ass right now.
Well,
Oh, I love where Lawrence decided to bitch slap Bruno, and I'm like, "You're dead."
Yeah.
But no, Carl. I was just telling in the room. Besides Carter and Moff, how about Vinny Pacifico and Ryan Mooney?
Yes, that was another good one.
And Mooney was a last-minute replacement.
Yes. Now, also too, I can't wait for next month's Dark Arts Championship match because Mr. Ryman's best friend is challenging him for the title.
And who could his best friend be, Mr. Carl?
That would be the one, the only AEW superstar, Mr. Sonny Kiss.
Really?
Oh, wait a minute! You mentioned AEW. There is someone else that's coming in.
I was getting to that one.
Can I say it?
Go ahead, Mr. Peterson.
Why, thank you. So, apparently, Mr. Pacifico is supposedly on his high horse right now, and he decided to call out a certain somebody. Called out an open challenge to basically anybody, and someone from AEW answered that open challenge by the name of oh yeah, Matt Sydal.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And John is crying right now. He's like, I can't believe it's happening. I get to see it right now. Oh my goodness.
That's if we can make it.
Hey.
Because
Let's
that's the weekend right after Baltimore.
And right before CCW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into all that later on.
Yes, we will.
But like I said, I thought the tag team title match to open the show Saturday night was fantastic.
Yes.
Barton De Niro versus Felipe and Cage. I thought was great. I love the part because, like I said, Carl was telling Ryan and Costa and our listeners where we were in relation to the ring Saturday night.
Yeah.
And you kept looking at Felipe and saying, "You suck, you suck." And how many times did he actually flip you off?
Every time. So for our listeners that don't realize this, okay, I got to know them very well. And they look for me when I go to the shows. And if I don't go to a show, they question where the hell I was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a popular Carl.
If I go to another promotion that I haven't been to in 4 years, Ryan, you know this promotion very well. I'm going to walk in there and get around told, where the hell have you been? It's 4 years. You're still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means I'm doing something right.
Yeah, you're being loud.
Well, not only that, I'm causing havoc. My natural state.
Yeah.
And John got to witness this firsthand.
Well, you also have to remember the one comment I said to Shane during one of the matches.
Oh, my God.
Carl always does the thing of, to the ring announcers. He goes, "Oh, they need a new tie." And folks, if you've never seen Shane Fair always comes walking to the ring with white gloves on. I turned around. I said, ring announcer needs a new set of white gloves.
No, but John, you're forgetting one of the most important things. I forget which match it was. I think it might have been the tag team match. Woman sitting next to you. Two of the participants came out. I literally looked at her and went, "Move."
Uh-huh.
Oh.
She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Move. Get up and move." As soon as she did, they got knocked into those seats.
Yeah.
If it was me, I would have just sat there and taken the bump, but not an ordinary fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, though.
Hold on 1 second, John. I got to ask a question. When you talked about Sunday show, did you talk about the PSA?
We didn't
No.
get to the show yet.
We're not going to bring it up.
All right. Well, okay.
Yeah. We're
not going to bring it up.
We'll explain later.
Yeah. I'll explain. Oh wait, you know the story.
Yes.
But that's
No, but as far as Saturday though, for my first Magic show, it was good. It was definitely good. I said before, I can't keep praising this match enough with Carter and Moff. Damn near killing each other. I mean, the fact that there's a hole now on the side of the stage due to Carter throwing Shane Fair into that wall.
yeah.
The way that John said that, I thought he meant like a magic show, like the 2-year-old kids go to. Sorry about that. Yeah, damn it.
No, the name.
I know. But the way he said it, it sounded like
No, the name Costa.
Magic show. Yeah.
Costa. The name of the company is called Pro Wrestling Magic.
I know.
But no, it was definitely a great. That whole Saturday was great because Carl and myself were actually at the Build the Mark Foundation event earlier in the day.
Yes, we were.
And Carl, would you like to explain that a little bit to people who may not know who the Build the Mark is?
Build the Mark Foundation. Well, it's not the Build the Mark Foundation, John. You're right. It's the Carrie Ann DeMott Foundation, which was started by Bill DeMott because a year before he started this foundation, his daughter, unfortunately, lost her life to a drunk driver a mile from home.
Oh, damn.
And he started out doing this as talking about drunk driving. Now he's teaching about texting and driving, cyberbullying, everything you can think of. The suicide of kids, which is a big problem in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because of bullying.
Yeah.
You got 11, 12-year-old kids hanging themselves because they are bullied so much that the schools won't do things. And as much as the parents are trying, it's not working.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother subject. That's a whole YouTube exclusive that we will eventually get into.
Yeah.
But so New Jersey has its first chapter outside of Florida. And John and I were at the Day in the Park. And it's a fundraiser, huge barbecue. This year, they actually did a little tournament. Well, I wouldn't say a tournament, a softball game against the Paramus Police Department, where the winner would get a custom-made belt, championship belt, and bragging rights for an entire year. Well, I had a nice little conversation with Mr. DeMott, and I've spoken to the police department here in my town. They're on board. And also, too, the ATR network, which this lovely podcast is on, will be airing it live next year at the Day in the Park. It will be
Well, wait a minute. Well, hold on.
I'm not done, Mr. Peterson.
Well, hurry up, Pete. Hurry up, Grandpa.
Yeah, I thought you got lost. I thought you got lost during the show because you were applying for AARP. But anyway,
Dad!
You son of a bitch, Costa. Anyway, but the biggest news out of that for next year's tournament, the Around the Ropes podcast will have a team.
yay!
And the three of us will be playing Mr. Peterson and Mr. Blaine over there. You're lucky, John. I almost called you by your nickname.
I know. And guys, yes, I'm coming out of retirement.
The belt is coming home to the ATR network, baby. Let's
I'm
do
telling you
this.
right now. You will be able to laugh your ass off watching John play.
Yeah. I'm definitely doing that, man.
Actually, Carl, I'm
And
gonna try
our
to see
team
the
is
picture of the belt.
almost full. Our team is almost full.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And I'm actually going to try to find a picture of said belt from that they got put together because it was a beautiful belt. But yes, folks, we will be there live. We will, yeah. It's going to be an interesting.
We'll be playing and we'll be winning.
Ladies and
last
gentlemen,
night-
for those of you that can see, that is the
that's
belt.
nice.
It's the Carrie Ann Lamont Foundation Day in the Park.
Yeah.
Softball
Woo-hoo-hoo.
championship.
That's pretty nice.
And it has the year and date of Carrie Ann's life. She was born January 9th, 1995. She passed away October 10th, 2015. She was only 20 years old.
Jeez.
Yeah. But so yes, folks, we will
We
be
will
part
be
of that.
putting all their social media up on ours, linking our social media with them, because we are a big, huge supporter of them. And I kindly ask that you people please support them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also, guys, if you need a good laugh to watch me play baseball, that's going to be fun to watch.
Well,
When you're watching the game and you're watching them run in the background, make sure you have the Benny Hill theme song playing in the background.
I hope you do better than you did on the golf course there because you were like tripping and shit. But anyway,
Moving on. But
Hold on, am I lagging right now or no?
no.
no, you're not.
Okay, just making sure.
No, you're good. Also want to send it was great to actually run into a good friend of the show, Mr. Dave LaGreca,
Yes.
who is we got to talk to him. We got to talk to him a lot that day. So we.
Oh.
And speaking of comments, let's
YouTube. Yes, we do. Hey, guys, sorry I didn't get to join the fun this past weekend. Sounds like you all...
Had fun.
I think she was trying to say it all did.
Yeah.
Had a blast. Yep.
Oh,
Yes, Billy.
had a blast. Yes, Billy, we did. Especially
Yes,
at John's
definitely.
expenses.
And your expenses too there, Captain Rogaine.
Isn't that always the case?
Yeah, but the problem is, John, I was a true asshole this past weekend. Especially to Mr. Peterson.
Oh, yes, you were. Just remember, buddy. Just remember.
Yeah, but I could get into that now if you want, Ryan.
About what?
Nuts.
Oh, yeah. What you pulled on Sunday.
As you all know, John and I did the spicy chip challenge.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Peterson does not do spicy very well.
No.
On Saturday, John and I were stopped off at 7-Eleven. I needed a cup of coffee. Well, right at the coffee center, they had a box. And it was a box of peanuts. And on it, it said ghost pepper. I'm like, should I? No, should I? And John goes to me, what are you thinking? I grabbed it, put it by the coffee cup so I could finish doing what I'm doing. I go, I'm handing these to Brian. And he looks at me and he goes, you're an asshole. Yep.
Yeah.
It's okay, Carl, because I got you good right before the show started, too.
Yeah.
Not too much, but you did.
Am I allowed to say it or no?
You can say it.
So,
Go ahead.
Mr. Carl. So, one thing that Mr. Carl, they are. What he always does to not only wrestlers but to announcers as well he always likes to try to bust our balls. And of course, I'm in the middle.
In the ring. Nobody's
safe.
Announcers, refs, talent, nobody's safe.
So I'm in there getting ready to go live. And all of a sudden, I hear a familiar voice in the background talking about, announcing it's a new suit. I turn around, and, he's still going at it. He's still going at it and whatnot. So I turn around and say, hey, look, don't be jealous just because the kids at the birthday party are taller than you.
Oh,
yeah.
And I shut you up big time.
No, because you know what? You actually got me good on that one. I got to give you props for that. Okay, I didn't expect that out of you.
But speaking of Sunday, can we fucking talk about that show? That was another solid show.
Ryan, you saw what I said in the private chat. I want that announced.
What?
I really didn't see it, actually.
Take a look at our private chat so you can see.
All right, hold on 1 second. Pause, please. I'm doing this on my phone.
I'm going to say this. If we get into the matches on Sunday, the first match I want to get to, Carl, is actually the two matches that you ended up missing, which was the main event and the co-main event.
Oh, my God.
With Gabriel Sky taking on Speedball Mike Bailey. Oh, my God. As I said before, Moth and Carter, to me, was number one. Bailey and Sky came in a very, very close second.
Yes. All right, real quick.
Okay.
You see what I said?
I did.
It's just a broad thing. You
All right. So, yeah, I get it. So here's a PSA for all you fans out there, and this is coming from someone that's in the.
1 second, I'll be back.
Okay. This is from someone that's in the industry itself. One thing that for wrestling, it's supposed to be fun. You know what? Actually, John, can you do me a favor? Can you full screen me?
Yeah. Let me just we have a quick comment coming in from Billy. Let me just get to this.
Okay, sure.
Speaking about Speedball, she goes, Speedball is no joke. No.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit.
But yeah, guys, Ryan does have a quick PSA to say, then we'll get it right back.
Yes.
So I'm sending it over to you now.
Thank you.
Oh my God,
Hey, by the way, Sexy Ryan merch coming out soon. So no, it's all about making that money. So, wrestling is supposed to be fun, but at the same time, you got to be respectful of others, and especially for us in the industry, we don't tolerate any homophobic, racial, anti-Semitic, any type of that shit, because it's not human. It's not humane, and especially a PSA to the parents nowadays. Teach your kids the proper ways of respect. So the lesson that I was taught growing up was treat others just like how you like to be treated.
Yeah.
So it's just wanted to point it out there right now, because wrestling is supposed to be fun, and especially with all the shit that's been happening the last 2+ years, with all the negative, with all the negative shit that's been going on. Professional wrestling is trying to bring back positivity back to human civilization. So again, just be mindful and thoughtful of others regarding their gender, race, sexuality, you name it. Just be fucking respectful. I know I'm saying the F word, but this is me being dead serious right now. And usually I am serious, but this is something. Usually I'm very laid back with this one. When it comes to this shit, I don't fuck around. I don't.
Yeah.
So, again, think before you fucking speak. All right, you can go. You can take it off me now. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speedball Mike Bailey took on Gabriel Sky.
Well, hold on. First of all, talk about the co-main event first.
Well, I'm gonna get to the main event first before we get to the. Oh yeah, actually, speaking about the co-main event, our own Mr. Peterson almost took a bump in that match.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
So the co-main event was Big Game Leroy taking on Robert Martyr. A match that was a year in the making.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Martyr, when he got in the ring, he accidentally slipped and almost did a split in the middle of the ring. But of course, he comes to me and tries to put the blame on me, even though hell no, that wasn't me.
Yeah, that was But yeah, those two had a phenomenal match. Those two, the intensity for that match, especially at the end, which first of all, Martyr, I give him a lot of credit for what he said at the end, where he basically put over Big Game Leroy big time.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys went to war. But as far as the main event with Bailey and Sky,
Ooh.
there is a spot that I have to talk about, and Ryan, you know the exact spot I'm about to talk.
Which one? There was a bunch of them.
The one off the wall.
I missed that one.
Okay, now if you guys have ever been in the mecca of independent wrestling, as I call it, the Ridgefield Park Sportatorium, and you're walking into the room, there's a bar at the right corner of the room. And I think, what is that, a refrigerator next to it or something? Ryan?
Carl knows more about it than me.
Oh, I think that might be. Actually, yes, I think that is a refrigeration unit.
Okay, so they're in that corner of the building. What happened? Actually, let me set up beforehand. Gabriel Sky gets to sit down. Bailey puts Sky in one of the chairs. He goes to do his signature kick. He misses the kick. He misses Sky. He hits the back of the chair. So you hear him saying, ow, ow, ow. They're in that corner. And I'm not kidding you, folks. Gabriel Sky did a sliced bread off the wall.
Jeez.
Yeah. It is on Instagram. I think it's WrestleNJ who got it.
Yeah.
So I want to give them a shout out. It was great meeting them this weekend.
But there were a couple other spots that we need to talk about in that match, especially when Gabriel Sky and Mike Bailey are on the opposite side of the rope on the outside, and Gabriel Sky was trying to pick him up and try to do a little kind of like an AA onto the side of the ring. Speedball counters, and he does his signature, which I swear to God, I pop every time he fucking does this. He faces the ring post, does the clap, and does a massive backflip, double knees right into Gabe's chest.
Wow. Is it like a, not to interrupt you, but is it like a meteor or no?
No, I don't think it's a Meteora, but there was another move that he did where Gabriel Sky was on the outside, outside of the ring. Speedball Mike Bailey runs to one side of the ring, and then he does a little slingshot off of the middle rope, from inside the ring, and backflips out onto the floor.
Oh wow.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. There's one spot in the ring also where Bailey's going for the kicks.
Oh my God, those kicks!
At one point, I don't think he took a breath when he did this. When he went through these moves, ring. Gabriel Sky is in front of him. He's going like it was like one after the other, and it was like, oh my God, this guy's endurance was wow.
Oh my God! Like Mike Bailey is the sleeper when it comes to wrestling nowadays.
Oh yeah, but I do want to show a picture because I do want to get to the beginning of Sunday before
and also at the end of the match after Bailey won, he said it best about Invictus because he was saying okay, who's my opponent, and then he did research on Gabe Sky, and then he just today and that day proved that Invictus Pro Wrestling shows heart.
Oh yeah.
And that is exactly And also, and this is their 2-year anniversary show, and all the shows that I've been with them on, I'm gonna be straightforward. Alex, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever seen the crowd actually stand up and give a standing ovation, quite like Gabe Sky and Speedball Mike Bailey.
No, I don't. But I want to get to the opening match, and there's a reason.
Oh my god!
No. There's one thing I want to bring up. If you happen to catch that match on IWTV, you would have seen this in the corner.
Hey, our logo.
Hey.
What I didn't see that at first, and then somebody took not a screen grab, but somebody took a clip of it. I don't remember what they were tagging, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, Ryan, Alex actually responded back to you. He goes, "No lies detected."
Oh, he's still on here. Okay, good.
Yeah. But when I saw that with our little logo being on IWTV, I kind of sat there and said, okay, we're going somewhere here.
Yeah. That's an incredible look. Thank you to everyone at IWTV.
And at the end, because, guys, I can't believe I'm actually about to say this. We actually have an anniversary coming up on the show tomorrow.
Tomorrow
is 9 months.
9. We've been doing this for 9 months.
Yeah. Are we gonna be doing this every fucking month now?
No, we'll just do one now, then November, and that's it.
All right, good.
Good. Yeah.
But let's just say it's 9 months.
Damn, if you
wait, hold on, 9.
Yeah.
No, it would be 10, wouldn't it?
Hold on.
No,
November is 12.
November is 12. Guys,
October is 11.
Oh, yeah, so September will be 10.
10. John, boy, you screwed up our anniversary, man.
My math was off, okay? I wasn't good at math.
But getting back to Invictus. Getting back to Invictus.
Yes.
The show was solid from start to finish. All the guys and gals in Invictus and Alex and any other owners, I cannot stress it enough. And I said this off camera too. I was there since the very first show, in the middle of the Uncle Cletus's paintball farm in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere, Flemington, New Jersey, where I got a massive case of hay fever because I've seen more hay barrels than ever before. Jumbo Man, what's up, buddy?
What's going on,
but seeing it progress over 2 years to what it is now, I am so grateful for being a part of something from the very beginning. And it's on October 16th. Little cheap plug. October 16th, they're back in action. We ain't stopping because on this night we're teaming up once again with our friends at Texas Strength Wrestling up in Connecticut, which is run by Slick Wagner Brown for all you hardcore wrestling fans.
Yeah.
As we present United We Fight 2. The first one we did in Connecticut in their hometown, but now for round 2, they're coming to our backyard.
Nice.
And Mr. Peterson, before I forget, will this event be happening in the Ridgefield Park Sportatorium?
No, it'll be happening in the paintball farms in Flemington. Yes, it'll be in Ridgefield Park. Yes, it'll be in Ridgefield Park.
Yes. We got another comment coming in here from James. He says, "What's good, James? We had a busy weekend, as you also did as well. I know you ref 2 shows, and you were at, I think, Beyond Wrestling.
But also on Invictus, we had another 5-star classic with the All-Father, Mr. Darius Carter, as he went one-on-one for the first time. Yes, you heard that correctly. A paintball farm. The All-Father taking on Cash Flow Ken Broadway.
Wow.
Yeah, that was, again, another great match from Carter.
And also, there was a 3 stages of hell match that happened.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, Ryan, I said this to you before we went. I said this to you Sunday as well. I thought the first 2 were great. The third stage kind of took me for a loop.
Okay, so here's the story. Here's the story of how all this took place. So, both J.S. Hawthorne and Dennis Morgan were part of a stable called Sin, S-I-N.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been brewing for a little over, and they've been together for a little over a year. But then back in, I think it was February. I think it was. I'm not entirely sure. It was this year though. They kind of seem a little, a little tension between the two of them. So so both of them decided to try to settle their differences. Of course, on the anniversary show, in a 3 stages of hell match. Dennis Morgan picked the first one, which was submission only, which was won by J.S. Hawthorne. The second one, which Hawthorne decided took place under no disqualification, which Dennis Morgan won. And then the third one, which is what management decided to pick, and that one was Jared Silverclight, who was the manager of Sin, as the special guest referee.
Wow.
Yeah, it was definitely. I'll be honest. All that setup was all 3 of those matches were great. But I'm sorry, we're forgetting about the biggest match of all from Sunday.
The T2W United States Championship match, that was great too.
I'm talking about the match heard around Ridgefield Park, New Jersey.
Oh, Joe Cruel and Jack Hamilton. Yep, I heard about that too.
Yeah, this guy said
Takeover versus the Goons.
Oh yes.
Can you explain to our listeners how that became how that whole lead up to that match?
Pretty much PJ Savage went on the microphone and said, we're not here to wrestle, we're here for a freaking war. So let's do this, no holds barred, no DQ, and boy, they went at it. So rumor has it that when they left the building, they were trying to bring the fight into New York State. They ended up on 95. They went up past, exit 71, 72. But when they got to the tolls, they realized, shit, we don't have any money to pay the tolls. So they turned around and came right back up 95 and went back into right back into the building. And that's what I'm hearing. I heard Nick Shin was in the car, like following them, saying, "Come on, guys, we gotta get back to Ridgefield Park." And the guy's like, "No, we want to bring this to New York City." "Oh, no, we gotta go back to Ridgefield Park. We gotta go back to the city, guys. You don't have money for the toll." "Oh shit! Back to Ridgefield Park we go." "Yeah, see what I mean? Here we go." All right.
At one point, there's one point in the match where they take the match outside. Now, I have to just describe this because, I was outside with Carl talking to Dominic De Niro about some stuff. And we were like, okay, we'll go back in. All of a sudden, I see a trash can get thrown. And I slowly start to move out of the way because I'm like, shit's about to hit the fan. And at one point, you just see them all come running out to the point where there was one point where Face literally took a bump on the metal post outside.
Oh my god.
We got a question coming here from James. What did Shane Fair go through? Why did Shane Fair go through a wall? James, I'll basically put it this way. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the show tonight. Basically, Carter and Moth had a match at Magic, and Carter basically got pissed off because he felt that Moth should not have had that match because Moth has had several opportunities at that match at that title, and then he was taking the opportunities from other guys. Okay, Darth Vader.
What's up?
Nothing.
You okay?
Me?
We hear you breathing.
Puppy. Outside.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this was definitely a it was an interesting the Takeover Goons match was not a match. That was a let's leave our skin and blood all over New Jersey.
But wait. Something happened at the end of the match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, here's what happened. Jocko had, I believe, Kelly McMurphy getting ready, holding him up because PJ Savage is the Climb for Clout briefcase holder for Invictus Pro Wrestling. And both Jocko and Bougie grabbed the briefcase because they were going to use it as a weapon. So Jocko said, Bougie, you use it, hit him hit him. So Jocko holds Kelly McMurphy. Bougie has the briefcase, winds up, boom, hits Jocko in the face, but not by accident.
Oh.
No.
Causing the Goons to steal the victory against Takeover.
And then Bougie had a promo to cut afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Basically saying, Savage, screw yourself. Jocko, screw yourself. Face, I like you, man. You're cool.
Yes.
When he said that, I popped and Carl was dying with me.
But that whole match, that was wow. They ever talk about, guys going to battle? That was a clear example of two teams going to battle with each other.
I got to catch this on IWT. Is it on IWTV or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got to catch it, man.
But yes, Cass, I definitely recommend seeing this because
And you can hear this luscious voice on IWTV as well.
So let me ask you guys a question. So out of all three shows, right? Out of all three shows that you saw, what?
No, Costa.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the Friday show yet.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Hold on.
Talk about.
We will in a minute, but we have our guest.
Oh.
Mr. Peterson, will you please properly introduce our guest?
Why, certainly. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, our guest this evening, it's who I think it is, right? It's not. Thank you. I wanted to make sure. We originally had two. The first one, I don't know what happened to the first one. Right now, our guest this evening is basically one of the top stars in Jersey. Has been featured on AEW Dark. And, as of this past Friday, he is now one half of the brand new Ace Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions alongside Bulldog Pittman, with basically calling themselves the Silk City Kings. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. All Day, Kenny Bengal.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. What's going
Kenny, what's going on, man?
on? Not much.
What's up, Mr. All Day?
Not much. Just getting home from training.
It never stops.
No, grind is always on.
So, Kenny, let me ask you this: what were your initial thoughts after you guys had won the titles Friday night?
My initial thoughts after winning the titles?
Yeah, after winning.
I was like, it's time to party. I was like, I'm ready. It's time to go hit the club, couple shots, celebration. Good time. That's what I'm all about.
Carl?
So, sorry. So after your match, you were attacked.
We was attacked.
And
Yeah,
You guys saw that, right?
of
yes,
course.
I did. Caveman and Banana King, is it?
Dio, the Monkey King.
the Monkey King, came to your aid. Now you just beat them. Are you going to give them a rematch first before the team you were attacked by?
I mean, I think they deserve it, right? You lose the title, you get a second little opportunity to win it back. I think that's usually how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Usually.
Yeah. And plus,
like
they helped us out, so I think they should get a second opportunity. I think they should be the first in line.
But now, do you feel like now you guys have gone from the hunters to the huntee, so to speak? Because now you got all the tag teams now in Ace coming after you guys now for the titles.
Right, it's game time. I know everybody wants the titles, so we got a target on our backs. It is what it is. I understand the business. I'm not mad at them.
Ryan?
Oh, me or Costa?
Yeah.
What, Ryan or Costa?
All right. So, first of all, the two idiots that beat up you and Bulldog.
You're right. Two idiots.
Was Michael Mastretta and Bad Rad Benson.
Michael and Benson, that's what I call them.
Yeah, those two.
Michael and Benson.
But and then secondly, the Ace Tag titles have had a lineage of numerous tag teams that held it in its prestigious history. You had, in no particular order, you had the New Age Wrecking Crew, the Middle East Connection, the Movement, the Los Boricuas, which was, I think, J.L. Rivera and Danny Pagan. History with those titles. And now you and Bulldog, the Silk City Kings, are now a part of that prestigious history.
Right. We are.
And you guys had a phenomenal match with the Kings of the Savages on Friday at Collision Course. So my question to you, Mr. Bengal, is, after I'm mentioning all those teams that I said, including a few more that you can find online, how will you and Bulldog elevate the tag titles to say that we're actually either on the same level or possibly even better than the former teams that held the titles before us?
By defending. Any team who won it, step up. The opportunity is yours. Taking on all the challenges. That's it. That's our goal. We want the best tag team. So any tag teams out there that's listening to this, and if you think you're the best tag team, reach out. The opportunity is yours.
All right. Now, I have a question that's going to take you back a little bit, right? So I wanted to ask you, what is if there's a particular moment that got you into wrestling in the first place?
Ooh. A particular moment that got me into wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say a particular moment. Listen, wrestling has been my entire life.
Yeah.
Since I was a child. It's something my parents was into. I was just the only one in the family to actually get out and do it. It's something that my family was into, my parents, my siblings. I started wrestling at a very young age. I started amateur wrestling at the age of 6. I started competing when I was 8.
Wow.
I wrestled all throughout high school. I didn't wrestle in college because right out of high school, I started pro wrestling.
Okay.
So yeah, I won't say there's one particular moment, but I will say wrestling has definitely been my entire life.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Now, hold on a second. Mr. Bengal, we actually have a comment coming in from one of our valued listeners, Miss Billy Wolf.
What to say? I'm blind.
And as she says, saw Kenny Bengal at the Ace show I went to a while back. Tons of charisma. Congrats, champ. From one Cincy kid to another, keep it crushing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, Kenny, I know when Ryan was doing your intro, and I found this out a lot on Friday. You were also in AEW Dark.
I was.
Who did you go up against?
I faced off against Lance Archer.
Oh,
Really big guy.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Really big guy.
but what was it like working with him and that whole process of being asked to come work AEW Dark?
Okay, so tell you what, that's not my first time being at AEW Dark. I'm always there. But that was just my first time competing. But the one time that I'm on my way there, I'm on a plane and I'm just like, who am I get paired with? What match am I going to end up in? And I said it on the plane. I'm just like, why should they pair me with Lance Archer? And I get there and I'm paired with Lance Archer. And it was a short match. It was a fun match. It was a really big moment. I walked out of the match. Only person on AEW to ever walk out of the AEW Dark match. That was me. I did that.
I remember that match.
I'm the first one in AEW history to ever reverse or escape Lance Archer finish move.
yeah.
So although
Now, I'm going to ask you
I had
a
lot of
tough
firsts.
question. But I'm going to ask you a tough question there, Mr. Bengal. Does this title now, the tag team titles, mean more to you here in Ace than your championship title ever did with ECPW?
I think all my championships are the same. Having a championship, I don't compare promotions to, I don't compare the promotions to each other. But I feel like having a champion in a company that say something. That say something about being in that company. Like I worked hard in that company to get to that level. So yeah, I can't compare to companies because every place is different. Every place is really different. Every place has different talent, different talent with different styles. So it's this different. I can't compare them to each other.
That actually leads. Sorry for the interruption, but that actually leads into my next question, which it might be the same question, or the same answer, but I'll ask it anyway. So, do you think there's any difference between the environment of an AEW locker room compared to any other promotion that you wrestled for?
Nah, the boys are the same. The boys are the same. I feel like everyone has a cool vibe. I'm always cool with everyone. And a lot of people at AEW are friends with from the indies anyway. So it's just like it's cool. It's like being in another indie locker room.
All right.
Only thing is they got better catering.
Yeah, that's a good thing to put it as.
John, I'm going to overstep you on this one. Kenny, which tag team would you love to defend your titles against?
I was gonna get to that too, actually.
What tag team?
Sorry.
Are we talking about any tag teams out there?
Any tag team that's out there currently that you want to defend that title against?
Listen, I would say I don't know if y'all know, but I'm pretty sure y'all know the tag team Waves and Curls.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I would love to get off with them. SCK versus Waves and Curls. It's gonna have to be a baby face match, but I would love to face off with them. And another team, only because they're from Jersey and they're actually pretty good. They actually go by the name of the Brick City Boys. I don't know if you guys heard of them.
Yep.
Oh yes.
So I don't know. I think the Silk City Kings versus the Brick City Boys. I think that'd be a pretty good, matchup.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
I could go on for days about different tag teams that I want to wrestle.
I have one that I think would fit perfectly with you guys. The team of Fight or Die.
The team of
Fight or Die.
Fight or Die.
Chris Barton and Dominic De Niro.
Okay. Dominic De Niro. He was actually one of my favorite matches. He's a tough guy. Like I get in there, and I like to lay him in there, and he does the same. So it was like when we had that one-on-one match we had.
Yep.
I was like, I didn't want it to end. It was that good.
Because it's the same style and it's perfect.
Right. Exactly.
But I think him and Barton versus you guys. Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Kenny on the spot.
Go ahead.
Mr. Bengal.
Go ahead.
How would you feel about wrestling a certain AEW star that you and I both know? And actually Ryan knows very well too. From Jersey, no less. One of your best friends.
Oh.
Miss Sunny Kiss.
Ooh. Look, everyone knows Sonny, that's my bestie. Everyone knows Alex Ryman and Sonny Kiss. Those are my besties in pro wrestling. But hey, a challenge is a challenge. A match is a match. Sonny knows if we get in there, I'm gonna give him everything. You know,
make it rain in that freaking ring.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's one match I would pay to see again.
Yes. And
because Kenny, I've known you a long time.
Me and Sonny, we still train together, so I know Sonny. Sonny know me. Like we were just at training like an hour ago, just killing it. So,
may I ask what your training regimen is like, if you don't mind? Like what you go through for training?
Like what do I do at training?
Yeah.
Me, I like to do a lot of cardio when I go to train. Because you could go to the gym, you could get on the treadmill, but that still doesn't match what we do in the ring, the conditioning that we need for in ring. So like I like to go to train and I like to do blow up drills. I like to try to get myself as tired as possible, which is really hard. That's why I use the name Mr. All Day.
Okay.
Because when we're at training, I legit goes all day. So that's where the Mr. All Day came from.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, so that's my thing when I go to training. It's always cardio condition. That's my main key.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Now, Kenny, I'm actually going to put Carl on the spot right now. Obviously, you've known Carl for a while.
Yeah.
What's it like when you hear him at a show? Do you know automatically that it's him, or do you like just sit there and go, "Oh, okay, I'm in the moment right now"?
No, you can't. You can't miss Carl at the show, especially when I was a bad guy.
Oh my God!
Time. He let me know I was a bad guy.
But I got the experience this weekend at a couple of shows we were at. I mean, I've known Carl for a bit time now, and I've seen a few times that he's an ass. But yeah, I noticed it, especially Friday night. Yeah.
And also, mind you, Kenny, this was John's first time ever at Ace.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Thanks for coming out.
Oh yeah.
We broke the cherry on that one.
I'll be honest. Compared to, like I said, I have been to a lot of indie shows, but the few that I've been at, I think what kind of makes Ace different. This is not a knock on the promotion itself, but if you look at Ace and you look at Magic, you look at Brie, they all have their own perks and their own positives. And I think the big thing with Ace, you get that true indie feel.
Yeah.
Where you don't have a lot of people in the crowd, and no matter where you are in that room, you get a good view no matter what.
Right. Okay. That's cool. I hear that.
And I think the thing is also, I mean, like I said before, there wasn't a lot of people in the room, but as you saw in that main event when Vince Steele took on Carl's other favorite wrestler, Alvin Alvarez, that's the pop in that place when Vince Steele won the title.
Yeah. I was watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
I lost my voice
I would say,
all weekend.
yeah. I would say though, I think the pop for when the Silk City Kings won, I think that was louder than Vince winning the title.
Yes. And I'll attest to that. I was screaming loudly.
Thank you.
Now, Kenny, you and I spoke off air earlier today, and I mentioned a certain name to you going one-on-one.
You did.
And that was Mr. Darius Carter.
Mm-hmm.
That would be one hell of a match.
So in Darius Carter, I agree with you. Darius is another tough cookie, and I would love to get in there and throw down with him. But when back in the day, a lot of people always wanted to put me in Darius, but it just never worked because Darius always been a heel, and back in the day I was always a heel, so it just didn't matter. It didn't work.
Yeah.
But now today it can, because Darius is still a heel. I am now babyface.
Yeah.
That would be a cool match.
Well, you bring that up. Do you feel that it's better to be a heel or easier to be a babyface?
Oh, being a heel is much easier. I think now for me, because a lot of people know who I am, so it's just like they already know the heel me. So it's like I don't have to, do that much to be the baby.
Yeah.
But it's just like I don't know. A lot of places, everywhere I go now, it's just like now we don't want Bengal Hill no more. It's like we want him as a face, which is cool. I sell merch.
Carl, Ryan, Casa, any more questions?
I have at least one more question though. So I wanted to also ask: is there a place that you have not been yet, like a country or a place that you wanted to wrestle in during your career, or no, like one specific place?
Out of the country.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been offered to wrestle in Japan.
Yeah.
And I turned it down.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just something about being out of the country.
Yeah.
It just I don't know. I feel like weird about it. Like I wrestle in Canada.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and so I remember I'm sitting in Canada after my match, and I had a really good match, and I'm outside and I'm on the bench, and I'm just looking up to the sky, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm in a whole different country.
Yeah. May I ask where the event took place?
Greektown.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Hey man, that's my area.
Okay.
I'm there right now too. So
awesome.
My area. Yeah.
Yes, I wrestle in Greektown and for Greektown Wrestling.
How was it? How was your experience there?
Amazing.
Yeah.
First of all, I just love all the people in Canada. Like they're super, super nice.
Thank you very much.
Super nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Canada was dope. It's just I don't know. It's just something about me being out of the country. Like I'm going to Mexico soon to wrestle.
All right.
You guys are the first people that actually said that to. I was saving that. But I'm a little nervous for that because
you're the place to break all the news, Kenny.
The right place, the correct place, yeah.
Right, yeah. So I have some work coming up in Mexico soon. Yeah, I'm a little nervous because it is out of the country again, but got to get over my fears.
Is it a fear of flying, or is it like because of everything that?
No, it's a fear of me getting lost.
Oh, okay.
It's a fear of me getting lost because I'm just like, I get lost. I don't know. What if I'm not able to read the street signs?
Yeah.
Like, so that's my thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Ryan.
I'm actually good on mine because Carl took most of my questions.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I do have one
right.
question for you, Mr. Bush. You mentioned two important names that are your best friends.
Yeah.
On October 22nd at Pro Wrestling Magic, Sonny Kiss is going up against Ryman for the Dark Arts Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be in the crowd for that show?
I have to be in the crowd for that. I have to be. I can't miss that. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I don't have to make a end ring appearance, to stop things from happening. But I would definitely be there. I would definitely be in the crowd. Yeah, I would definitely be there. I'm a little nervous for that, though.
But
Well, it would be Ryman's shortest title reign ever.
Kenny, last question from me, and I asked this to all the wrestlers we've had on. You, as a single star, if you had the opportunity to go up against anybody from the past or the present, doesn't matter what promotion you're in, what era it is, who would it be?
Cody Rhodes.
Ooh, wow,
That
that
was
would be,
it's
yeah,
the answer to that question I've ever had.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
I say Cody Rhodes because I feel like our styles are the same. We're the same size. And Cody Rhodes is just cool, man. Like I know Cody Rhodes, like I got to know him, and he's a pretty dope guy. But I always say that Cody Rhodes.
Wow, that would be an amazing match to witness. Wow.
Carl, do you have any more questions?
The only question I have for you, Mr. Kenny, is how can our listeners find you on social media?
I'm on social media on every platform at K Bengal. It's real easy. I'm sorry, I changed it. Kenny Bengal. I'm on social media every platform at Kenny Bengal. Find me easily. See, I made it easy for everybody, right? YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Kenny Bengal. There you go.
You need TikTok.
I should get a TikTok. People keep telling me that all the time, especially because I make all the Instagram reels. It's like, it's like you should be on TikTok.
Your Instagram reel, if you do a TikTok, you can link it to your Instagram account. Trust me.
And then just go straight there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of people keep telling me. I'm just like, yeah, I'm 100. I'm like 100 like reels, already made.
Wow. But you can also sign up for it now and add to it.
Right. You're right. Absolutely right.
But again,
what also do you have coming up that our listeners and followers can see you at?
What do I have coming up off the top of my mind? I have, oh my God, I have this week free. You guys don't understand. That is amazing. I don't no shows this
week. Me too, Kenny.
This weekend is amazing. But after that,
you actually get time to yourself for once.
Right. But next weekend, I'm back on the road. I got ECPW Friday, and Richfield Park, right? Richfield, New Jersey.
I was going to say that's
yeah.
I got UPWA in North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, the 8th. So I'm on the road straight after that show. Then a week after that, I'm doing a lucha promotion in Washington, D.C. It's a two-day show.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So off the top of my mind, that's what I got coming up.
But again, Kenny, congratulations on winning the tag titles Friday.
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys have coming up with those titles, because now, like I said before, you guys have gone from the Hunters to the Huntee.
Right. They're coming from.
Exactly. But again, Kenny, thank you so much for hopping on. We greatly appreciate it. And definitely you have the door open to come on anytime you like to.
All right. Thanks guys for
exactly.
having me. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Thanks, Kenny.
But
yeah,
Kenny,
yes.
I might see you next Friday.
Right. Yes. Okay. Awesome.
Like
right, guys,
that's the promotion that I haven't been to in 4 years.
You gotta come through. Come through. The invitation.
It's in your backyard.
Pretty much.
Carl, I you live in that building.
Pretty much.
Well, all right, guys.
all
right, Kenny. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Again, Kenny, I'll be in touch with you. We'll see.
See ya.
Have a
Later,
good
Kenny.
one. Guys, that was Kenny Bagel, one half of your Ace Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Guys, we said it before the match they had, which also was, by the way, sponsored by the Round Rope Podcast. Just like to mention that part.
Yes, it was.
Now, folks, do you see why we call this show the Round Rope Takeover Weekend?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Now we can get into the Ace show.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Ryan's been waiting all night for that.
Okay.
You're damn right I haven't.
I have a picture to find from that show on Friday.
So as we're discussing, John, you can look that up. I will give you permission this time.
How about I'll do you one better?
Even better. So
He put himself in timeout. Yeah. Good.
Ryan, let's start with
Yes.
the first match of the night.
I'm trying to. Oh, yes, the first match of the night, which was. Oh, I forgot his first name, but it was Morrissey taking on a bad Rad Benson.
Correct.
And now both competitors are very familiar with each other because they both wrestle out of NYWC, which is here in Deer Park, New York, on Long Island. And bad Rad Benson took the victory. The next matchup, which was it was nobody's better Michael Mastretta taking on I forgot his name already.
Yeah. Hold on.
But no, I'm sorry. Whoa, back it up. The second one was the Fight for Flight title match.
Yes.
Yes, okay. The Fight for Flight title match, triple threat, a fatal four-way, which saw Vincent Michaels, Rob Chase, the current Fight for Flight champion, Love Jones, and oh shit, who was the fourth one in that match? I forgot, but anyway, we have a new Fight for Flight champion in Love Jones.
Yes.
So the third one, which was Michael Mastretta against take it, and Michael Mastretta won. Now, the fourth match on the card, which in my opinion, holy shit, for the Ace Diamond Division Championship,
Yes.
Dominic De Niro, the current champion, defending against Cade Lothbrock. Holy shit.
That was a slobber knocker of a match.
And I've known Cade for a long time. I think that was one of his best matches that I've ever seen.
Yeah. And I'll say the same thing, Ryan, because you and I know I've been going to the shows, what, 3 years?
A long time.
Now? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
but
was
this
one of his best matches that I even witnessed.
especially when at one point Cade Lothbrock is sitting on one of the corners over by you guys.
Yep.
Dominic, kicks him in the head. He grabs his head and does like a rolling DDT while he's still hanging from the top rope.
Yep.
And I remember seeing the both of you. John's face was like, and you were like,
So like Seamus says, it was a banger, wasn't it?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
damn right it was. Okay, let me put it this way. Carl, John, you're gonna test me if I'm wrong. It was kind of like our version of Gunther Sheamus from Clash at the Castle.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Like wow, like that. Okay.
One thing I will say about when it comes to Dominic, even if it was just that match or the two tag team title matches he has, he always plays towards his strengths.
Yep.
And he did that in the match with Lothbrock.
I'm gonna say this. Lockroth made him move to a different level than what he's used to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lockhart
speaking
made
of-
him move up a level, not below a level.
And speaking of Love, he defeated Dominic De Niro to become the 3-time Diamond Division champion now.
Believe so.
I think so. But afterwards, he took the mic from me. Oh, he asked me for the mic and said
And he was nice
that
about it.
he was nice about it. And he was in a good mood that day. By the way, Foxy, such a sweetheart. So he went on the mic to the whole spiel of, damn, it feels good to be back at Ace and the whole spiel and whatnot. And he compared Dominic De Niro to someone that a lot of people may not know, but obviously I know because I've known him for a long time. Another wrestler by the name of Bruno Marciano.
Yes.
He had the same moveset, same style. Basically, the running joke is that Bruno Marciano had like a love child, and it turned out to be Dominic De Niro.
Yeah.
So basically, Kay threw it out there saying that you want a rematch, you got it. And I have a feeling down the road, especially with a certain month, Carl, it's gonna happen again.
Yep.
Yeah, that
was the first. And then there was an intermission where John scarfed down 3 of the empanadas and Carl scarfed down 5.
We like the empanadas. They were good. Sue me.
Wait, Carl, how many did you say?
6.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I had 2 of the cheese dogs, 2 of the pepperoni, and 2 of the pizzas.
Wow.
And I had none.
These empanadas are homemade.
Mr. Roberts, did you trade places with Mr. Blaine, or am I getting things confused here?
No,
You're getting them confused because you know what it is? I saved my appetite for that particular moment in time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I just kept going for. I think I had. Yeah, I had 3 that night.
And don't forget, we were with our good friend Bob, which, John, you are now officially able to call him Legs.
Oh, okay. I did. Okay.
Oh.
The official word to call him Legs.
Oh, that's definitely an honor.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I just noticed too. He wore an Ace Pro Wrestling hockey jersey. I forgot about those.
I got one myself.
I forgot about those. But anyway, let's get back to the action, which kicked off the second half, which again had Carl's favorite wrestler, the All-Father, Mr. Darius Carter, going one-on-one against Sean Carr in their first ever matchup anywhere.
Yeah.
They never faced each other. That match was solid.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was.
And supposedly, from what I heard, rumblings from management, there's going to be a part 2.
Ooh.
Good.
Oof.
So then next was the tag title match, which obviously we knew the results because we had Kenny Bengal on, and then the whole the New York fuckery crew came in and beat the shit out of them. But that's another story.
Yes.
But I forgot to mention this. Can anybody realize the Monkey King's attitude at the end of the match?
There's a heel turn.
Potential coming soon, I think.
So now he's an evil monkey.
He's Moto Jojo.
I think he's going to be turning on Caveman very, very soon.
I think so.
Yeah.
So then, folks, we move on to our next matchup of the evening, which was, I think, also another first time ever, if I'm not mistaken. The one above all, Anthony Gangone taking on Rob Vegas.
Yes.
And that was a very good match.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
will say this right now. I thought Carl had comments at shows. No, Rob's kids were
Oh, we'll get into that. We'll get into that in a bit. Before we get into the main event, I do want to say that. Actually, what? Let's talk about the main event, and then I'll say what I want to say.
Well, actually, since we're talking about the main event, I had a picture sent to me. That said that, Carl, if you wouldn't mind to please put it up.
Yeah.
Did you send it to me?
Huh? No.
Did you send
check the pictures. I uploaded it.
Oh, you asswipe.
Oh wait, is it what I think it is?
Uh-huh.
Okay, can I lead into it first before?
John, it's not there.
Yes, Ryan, lead into it.
Okay, so the main event of the evening for the Ace Heavyweight Championship, Mr. Carl Roberts' favorite wrestler of all time, who celebrated who is the quote unquote real king of the North, real beast of the Northeast.
Yeah.
Mr. Too Good for the PWI Top 500 list. And also, by the way, he wanted to say to both of you, you're welcome for being in attendance for celebrating his 1,042nd day as the Ace Heavyweight Champion in the absolute Alvin Alvarez, taking on the Jurassic Juggernaut Vince Steele, who he has faced before back at Awaken in October, and Alvin won by disqualification. Now, during the match and whatnot, first of all, Rob Vegas' kids are ruthless sons of guns. Oh my God, I thought he was dead. Especially when they started chanting absolute useless.
I think they got that from me.
No. Oh yeah, but they didn't get this from you. How about absolute asshole?
No, that wasn't me. I think that was Shannon. Or Sharon.
No, that wasn't Sharon. That was somebody else on the other side. I heard the guy say it first. But so Vince Steele and Alvin Alvarez are outside of the ring, going on with the, doing, chops and whatnot. But then all of a sudden, a familiar face on the show here decided to do this.
Oh no! Really?
I was
Pretty
told
much
by Mr. Vince Steele, hold him. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
You didn't get punched, did you?
No.
Nope.
You didn't miss him.
But then after that, Vince held on to Alvin himself, and Rob Vegas' kids were going at him.
Yep.
One of them actually hit his nipple really badly. So the match is progressing and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, the referee, Nick Shin, gets squashed in the corner. So it's like, oh no, what is happening here? So Alvin takes a lovely chain from his singlet, wraps it around his hands, and then he's getting ready to hit Vince in the face with it numerous times while Nick Shin is out. Boom, he hits Vince. Vince hits the rope. Boom, goes it again. And then Alvin winds up in the third one. Boom, hits Vince for the third time. He hits the ropes, pretty much falls flat onto Alvin. While Alvin is laying there screaming like a fish out of water, trying to get out. And Nick Shin somehow has the energy to come up into the one, two, three. And basically, on that night, Alvin Alvarez is no longer the Ace Heavyweight Champion because the new champion is the Jurassic Juggernaut, Vince Steele.
The pop when he won that title.
What even makes it better?
Seizure just now. Anyway,
What's up?
What makes it even better was that me and Sharon said, that is your belt. You deserve it.
Yes. But I will say that, like I said before, the pop, I said it when Kenny was on, there weren't a lot of people in that crowd. But when Vince won the title off of Alvin, you might as well have 10,000 people in that room.
They were loud the whole night.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But it was overall, I mean, the three shows, especially the three shows that me and Carl, Ryan, I know you were at BPW on Saturday.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me get into that one actually quickly. It'll be quick. So, pulling back the curtain a little bit. During for wrestling shows, wrestling promoters sometimes don't have a ring. So what they do, they contact other promotions for a ring rental, and the ring that they used was for a company out here on Long Island called Victory Pro Wrestling, and the owner was there because I've known the owner for a long time. Always busted my balls as always, and he said, "That's true." At least I have two of them. So anyway, so I'm glad Carl missed that. So anyway, Mr. Radio, John Radio, comes over to me during the show on Friday night and says, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?" I said, "Nothing." Why? He's like, "Okay," and walks away. I'm like, "Okay, what the hell is he doing?" and whatnot. An hour later, I think it was during Dominic and Cade's match, he comes over to me and he says, "Come by tomorrow." Okay, I gotta see. All right, let me see it. I'll see if I can come through. And I was like, "No, you're fucking coming." Okay. So on Saturday night, I made my official Victory Pro Wrestling debut, and I've been trying to get in there for a long time, and it was a phenomenal show. It was a huge charity show for the AmVets 48 out here in Lake Ronkonkoma. We actually had a couple of assemblymen from New York State in the crowd. That was a part of it. It was great. And not to toot my own horn, but considering I told nobody that I was going to be there, not even wrestlers or fans, the fact that when I went out the curtain and barely even said anything, when they saw me with the mic, they were like, "Oh shit, he's here!" Yes. Apparently, from what I was told from radio, I had the same loud pop as Vince winning the title off of Alvin. And I told nobody I was there.
Damn.
And of course, throughout the entire time at VPW, started the Sexy Ryan chant again.
Okay, I know what our next shirt's gonna be.
Oh no, I already told people. Oh, I already told people Sexy Ryan merch coming soon. And I'm gonna have shirts going from small to 5X.
Yeah.
We're gonna make that shirt, but I think we need a by the way. Shut up.
That's a product.
Don't worry, Casa. We're working on that one too.
Okay.
Okay.
But all in all, it was a great weekend of wrestling all around.
Oh, I totally agree on that. But Carl, let me ask you this. Obviously, because you and I were at the same three shows this weekend. Between Ace, Magic, and Invictus.
Yeah.
Which show was your favorite of the weekend?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
You're really gonna, and I have to pick one.
Well, you can pick all three if you want.
Because I know that I was going to ask that question beforehand, but we didn't discuss the last show. So yeah, let us know what your favorite show was of the weekend.
All three shows were phenomenal. You can't just pick one particular show this weekend that we were at as the top.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
I felt like there was an aura of like a good wrestling aura this past weekend all around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said before, and I'll say,
John, we turn out and says, "Oh, it's a Round the Ropes podcast takeover," and they're like, "Yep."
Well, we're also forgetting, Carl. I think this was Magic when it happened. The chant that broke out when
yeah.
Yep. So I'm guessing that was John.
Announced that at the main event, was being sponsored by Around the Roast podcast, we actually heard a small Around the Roast podcast chant.
Hey, thank you everyone for who supports us. We appreciate it very much.
But the funniest part is, Costa, there was an actual worker that had no idea the three of us were the Around the Roast podcast there.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh man. We gotta make them.
He's like, dude, I listen to podcast all the time. It's a great one. And I'm like, yeah, that's me, John, and Ryan. What?
Yeah.
Well, when I finally got to Teaneck, I think he came running over to actually, like, you know, he was like stunned to meet me.
Because I broke the news to him right before you got there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that. Actually, I'll be honest. The car ride there was actually not that bad. I didn't get lost.
That's what happens when you have a GPS.
No, it's like when I have Waze that actually works. But moving on. But like I said before, guys, if you ever get the opportunity to go to an independent show, I highly recommend it.
Most of the times, it's better than the ones you see on the main roster.
Exactly. And hell, even the shows that don't have barricades are also good.
Oh yes.
Because especially you become part of the show sometimes. But yeah, overall.
John, when you were talking about the main event in Pro Magic, did you mention something that Carter did as he's walking around the
Oh, I did not get to this. I was waiting for you to tell the story.
So, as you know, Darius has a 5-minute entrance. He comes now at Pro Magic, they actually have a ramp. He comes to the end, comes down, and walking around the crowd, and I'm standing up there giving him the number 1 sign. He takes my hand and pushes it back.
Oh. Wow.
Now, Mr. Peterson and Mr. Blaine, what have you said about Darius Carter and myself?
You two have a love-hate relationship?
No.
You're his bad aura.
Yes.
You're his
What
bad
has
luck.
ever happened every time he has touched me when he has a championship?
He loses it.
Lost.
The title goes bye-bye.
He loses his title.
Yep.
But you could also say the same thing about Alvin.
Yes.
That's true.
I am the bad juju for those two.
How about just bad luck in general?
So does that mean that we need to get Carl a front row seat behind the commentary table for a WWE show or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah. Hey man, don't diss WWE like that because they're on a roll right now. I'm just saying that.
No, here's the best part. As you guys heard before, we're gonna have the softball team put together. Yeah, we probably won't ask some people for fear they're gonna take the bat and go after Carl.
They'll probably mistake Carl's head for a softball and use it as batting practice.
Uh-oh.
You think I'm kidding?
But yes.
So as you said in the softball, we're already up to 7.
Wow.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you this much right now. Leg said he will play.
Oh, wow.
We're just going to have to get a pinch runner for him. I got no problems with that. He could play the outfield.
We got a pinch runner.
Yeah.
You mean pitch waddler?
Yeah, Waddler, you're right.
And Carl and Ryan, I'll tell you more about this off air, but I may be pulling somebody who played Little League out of retirement for this show.
You already told me. You just got to confirm it.
Yep. I just got to wait for the date. And if it's a date that works out with him, he also said he wants me to pay him, so I'll have to figure that part out.
All right.
Tell him no.
Hey, Carl, his restaurant may be hosting a watch along for us in the future.
Okay,
Oh.
that works.
Okay. Yeah, you did tell me this.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But guys, I know we spent the last 2 hours talking about the independent scene, and it was a phenomenal weekend. But we do have a little bit of WWE stuff to get to before we get into. No, Carl, this is actually good WWE stuff.
May I start, please? May I start?
Well, I'm gonna get it to Casa, then I'll throw it to you first.
All right.
There seems to be this white rabbit theory that has had people speculating who it could be.
Oh, it's definitely Bray Wyatt.
Some people think it was Edge.
No.
People think it was Malachi Black. I've heard that theory already.
No.
I have heard several theories.
Well, I think it's funny that if it's Edge, then what the fuck was the point of him showing up last night?
Exactly.
It's not Edge.
It's not Edge.
I know. I'm just saying.
So, Costa, let me throw this to you first.
Yep.
Who do you think is the White Rabbit?
Who do I think is the White Rabbit? I think we said this last week, but anyway, I'll say it again. I think it's Bray Wyatt. It's definitely Bray Wyatt. Definitely Bray Wyatt. Because if you type in that, or if you use that zip code, it goes to a street called Wyndham Road, right? And that's Bray's real last name, right? So I think
And anybody who's watching, let us know in the comments below. Who do you think is the White Rabbit? But Carl, let me throw it to you now. Who do you think it is?
Bray Wyatt. And I'm going to say this. He's the one that's working on this character. Creative has no control over this character.
I have another theory. This might be an odd one, but it kind of makes sense. Maybe.
Who is it?
We're talking about, Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
What about his brother?
Bo?
Oh.
No. This is Bray Wyatt. And I'm going to tell you this much. The faction that he'll start, sign me up any day.
Oh, yeah.
Just watch who goes into that faction.
Oh, I'm definitely excited about that.
Oh, and speaking of last night's Raw, I said this to Johnny Costa off camera. Carl, you missed this, but apparently next week there's a pay-per-view. I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. Let me back it up. Premium live event. Fuckers, it's pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view, fuckers. Anyway, called Extreme Rules. And based on what we saw last night and on Friday, most, if not all, the matches have a different stipulation in them.
They're going back to the old Extreme Rules way.
Exactly. You have Liv Morgan against Ronda Rousey in an Extreme Rules match. You have Bianca Belair versus Bayley in a ladder match.
Yeah.
I think if I'm not mistaken, Edge versus Damian Priest in a
I Quit match. It's
Finn Balor.
Oh,
Finn Balor. Sorry, Finn Balor against Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Especially in front of that Philly crowd. Woo.
That's gonna be a banger.
Okay.
Seth Rollins and Riddle in a pit fight.
Yeah.
The fight pit.
What is it? What is a pit pit? Sorry, like I don't even remember them doing a match like that before. Have they?
They did. In NXT.
Oh,
NXT.
In NXT. Okay.
They almost kind of backed themselves into a corner with this, and I'm going to explain why.
Why?
If you remember last year's Extreme Rules, which was in
Columbus.
Yeah.
They got away with not really having a lot of extreme, except for the rope going out in the main event between Balor and Roman.
Yeah.
You're going to Philly, the land of extreme, the land of ECW.
Hold it. I know where you're going, John, but I'm going to say this right now. That was under Vince McMahon. This is under Triple H. Two different styles, and Triple H will allow blood.
But that's what I'm
and
saying.
will allow extreme.
But that's what I'm saying. With the fact that you're in Philly, you know how rowdy that Philly crowd can get.
Yeah.
They're as bad as Jersey folks.
They're as bad as New York.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, you look at that, and I agree, by the way, with the whole White Rabbit thing. I think it's going to be Wyatt. But I don't think we're going to get a reveal so quickly.
Bro, all right, wait. Let me go back to.
Excuse me.
Let me go back to last week. You're the one that said that the reveal would happen on this week's SmackDown.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I know.
I don't think we're getting the reveal so quick. I forgot who made the comment. If you look at WWE right now, other than the Bloodline,
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. You're like 30 seconds late on that one, John.
After the Bloodline storyline, this is the most intriguing storyline that WWE is doing.
Bro, the fact that they put flyers on people's cars is it's crazy creative, man.
It's not even that.
Yeah.
The lengths that WWE is going for this storyline.
To keep it a secret, yeah.
I mean, the fact that there's a few wrestling accounts I follow on Twitter. One of them is a guy by the name of WrestleVotes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who he even came out and goes, I have no idea who the White Rabbit is.
You know, I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
It's
I
all
don't think-
speculations right now.
Yeah,
Well, I
exactly.
think a lot of people. I got a
The
possible theory.
hints that they're dropping is leading everybody towards Bray Wyatt because they
But it
know
could-
Bray Wyatt's signed.
Yeah, but it could
Yeah.
also, they might be doing that to distract people, and it could also be somebody else, but we don't know.
Well, I got a possible
Well-
theory here.
Well, actually, sorry to cut you off, John. WWE did pull this stunt years ago, if you remember. Remember the vignettes when they showed up? Did you break the code?
Yeah, for Jericho.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of people did not know about that.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I have a possible theory I want to pass you guys.
Mhm.
A lot of people seem to think that we're going to get the reveal at Extreme Rules.
No.
I think so.
No,
Oh,
I think so.
Oh, you think so? Oh.
I think if you really want to sink your teeth into this, what
Survivor
event did they
Series.
just, no, bigger than that.
Yeah.
What,
event did they
WrestleMania?
just- No. What event did they just announce returning to San Antonio in January?
Why would you wait until January then?
Get people talking. Slow storytelling.
Dude, honestly, I'm gonna be straightforward. Some wrestling fans don't have the fucking patience.
That's true. But I don't know. He could show up at the Rumble. I don't know.
My opinion is this. Okay, if you're gonna debut someone as big as Bray Wyatt as the White Rabbit, then Philly is the fucking place to do it in. Either that, or 2 days later on the season premiere of Monday Night Raw in Brooklyn, New York.
Yep.
Yes, Carl.
Save it for Survivor Series up in Boston, Massachusetts in November.
Again, why wait that long?
I just thought of one quick thing. Extreme Rules is next Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have an idea I want to bring up to you guys after the show.
All right. Oh God.
I think I know what it is too, but we'll talk off air.
Yep. But
Okay. If/when it is Bray Wyatt, let's say for example he re-debuts in WWE in Philly.
Yeah.
I have one person I can see him going against
Who?
in his first few back.
Braun Strowman.
No.
Seth.
No. Seth.
Oh, the Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
But they also hinted at. Wait, hold on. But they also have hinted at Seth Rollins gaining a title too. So how do you think that would work?
Simple. He goes after Lashley with the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not having him touch. You're not having him touch Roman yet. Okay. And, what you could do then, obviously he's in the thing with Riddle right now.
Yeah.
This kind of goes in line with what Carl was kind of hinting at with Survivor Series. Have Rollins work a program with Lashley. Take the belt off Lashley. Okay.
Who's Roman's number one competitor for the Raw title?
You know about Cross?
No, he's across the SmackDown, first of all.
Yeah, Cross the SmackDown.
Have Rollins
Seth.
work with Seth and drop the Raw title at Survivor Series.
Really? I don't know about that.
I just have one question.
Either that or day one.
You just said have Rollins work with Seth.
Well, Roman and Seth.
Roman.
Right now, Seth is the only one legitimately ready to challenge Roman for that belt again.
So maybe I'm sticking with his theory, but doing it at day one.
Correct. Start
Because-
it now.
Yep.
And work your way up through Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Because at Survivor Series, if I'm not mistaken, it's the Bloodline versus somebody else.
It should.
In War Games.
Yeah, War Games.
War Games. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have Rollins interfere.
Okay.
Roman out of the match.
Mm-hmm.
You're still saving the belt.
Yeah.
And you continue that until day one, and there's your new champion, Seth Rollins, for the Raw title, and split the two belts up like everybody wants. Including USA.
Now, I'm thinking a little bit further ahead now. Have Seth hold it up to Mania, because when it comes to the Royal Rumble, who's due to make a return?
Cody.
Bingo. Now, going from day one to WrestleMania, now you could do, if it's feasible and the timeline works, now you could do Roman versus The Rock.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
That makes sense
for the Universal title itself, just the Universal title.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh wow, we just booked like 6 months of WWE.
Right there.
Yeah, I know.
WWE, if you're listening, just give us credit.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then also, if another booking thing that I have in mind, someone else makes a return to the Royal Rumble, but then turns heel the following day, or following weekend, or following week. Sorry. How about Randy Orton turning on Riddle?
That's a I'm also
or here's a little curveball. Turn Riddle heel.
That will work. Turn Riddle heel. Yes,
that would.
And have him go against Orton at Mania, with Orton as the face.
Yeah, that works. Because nobody would expect Riddle to turn heel.
Wow, look at us being bookers.
And also Riddle can be that person, because you notice he always does, he can use that as a mock.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
And I've seen Riddle work as a heel before on the Indies.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Yes.
Just saying.
Oh no, all I'm saying is we just acted like freaking bookers for the last 10 minutes.
WWE.
And also,
Go ahead. Sorry.
no, and also John.
What?
It was me who was talking, not John. Wrong fat guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was John. I thought it was you, Mr. Peterson. Sorry. My bad.
Wrong fat guy.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. So I was gonna say WWE.
So, yeah.
Please, if you're listening, you have your 4 bookers right here.
But also, we kind of saw something last night on Raw that kind of piqued my interest a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The Judgment Day and AJ Styles.
Oh yeah. I'm down for that for sure. 100%. 100%. That's something that should happen.
Oh, wow. And there was a return last night that nobody expected.
Edge? I think.
No.
Bigger.
No.
Who?
Candice LeRae.
Oh, yes, I saw that. Yeah. Sorry, guys, my internet and my TV weren't working yesterday. Yeah, I saw that.
That's all right. But wow, I saw that. I'm like, where the hell did that come from?
And beat
Nikki Cross or Nikki ASH.
Oh, by the way,
that she actually took off her mask after losing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're hinting at a character change, big time.
Have her go back to what she used to be.
I might get chastised for this, but yesterday's Raw felt like a pay-per-view. If I'm not,
I want to see something.
I might get chastised for that, but
really you won't get chastised at all because the matches were actually pretty damn good, especially AJ Styles and Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Sami Zayn is like the top thing. Well, one of the top things that WWE has going right now. So.
Oh my God, I know. And even on the main event, which had two guys who basically main evented the Monster Factory here in Jersey 6 years ago, in Damian Priest and Matt Riddle.
Yeah. Yep. It was a great match. Great match.
All right, I actually have the ratings quickly for last night's Raw.
You do? Oh.
Okay.
Brandon Thurston has the numbers up. It drew a 1.6.
Okay.
Oh, so SmackDown still drew more than it. Okay.
In the demographic of 18 to 49, it drew a 0.45, which is not bad. But you have to remember, you had Monday Night Football last night.
Yeah, but who?
And it was a pretty damn good game too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
it was a great game because those Giants lost.
Asshole.
Yes, we know you are one. We already know that already.
But then also he mentioned here, mind you, like I said, Raw pulled in a 1.6. Monday Night Football last night pulled in 19.3 million viewers.
Well, you had two teams from the NFC East going at it in the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowgirls, get it right.
How do you lose, John? How does your team lose to the Cowgirls? By the way,
let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on. This is not a sports show. This is a wrestling show.
Oh, okay.
Wrestling is a sport, numbnut.
Sports entertainment.
Hey.
All right,
don't
Vince
do that.
McMahon.
Don't do that. Yeah, thanks, Vince McMahon. Thank you. Yeah.
Where's my hush money?
No,
Hush
first you
money.
decided
Like
NDA.
you said before, hush money in the bank. There you go. I'm joking.
Coming 2024, hush money in the bank.
Yeah.
Sponsored by the ACR network.
So, can we get into a little AEW news?
Yeah.
Yes.
A certain performer that was supposedly conditionally released put out a video stating he was not released. That people needs to stop looking at the dirt sheets.
Yeah.
And this certain superstar goes by the name of Malachi Black. He is not going back to WWE. He is still signed with AEW.
Yep.
So for any of our fans that are listening, you want the truth, you follow us. Because we actually sit there and go over everything we get and go to the source if we can.
Exactly.
We don't speculate shit.
Exactly.
And then do you want to mention also?
So he asked time off for his own mental health, and he's got to take time out of his mental health to address this bullshit and put out a video.
Yep.
And actually, speaking of mental health, I do want to say this because I actually caught this yesterday. On Dark Elevation on AEW's YouTube page, they had their episode from when they were at Arthur Ashe Stadium. It was only 2 matches, but it was only a half hour. Why? Because they had 3 PSA announcements about mental health and anti-bullying. One from Powerhouse Hobbs, one from Ricky Starks, I believe, and the last one that really caught my attention, Eddie Kingston.
Yep.
Folks, I highly recommend just going on YouTube, watching that episode just for those 3 PSAs. Especially Kingston when he goes in way in depth on his end.
And Ryan, you bring up, cyberbullying and all that stuff, and with it being, it was that for the month of October, is mental health awareness.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to be completely front here and honest right now. A lot of people go through mental health problems. A lot of people have demons that they're fighting, that they don't have the courage to come out and say that they're fighting demons. And I'm going to be the first one to say right here, at 10:26 on September 27th, I'm going to be the first one to say that I fight demons daily. When Ryan said before about, wrong fat guy, that's one of the demons I'm fighting. I'm being straightforward right now. So anybody who pokes fun at it, anybody who doesn't take it seriously, you can all kiss my left butt cheek. Because I take mental health seriously. There are times when I have to just unwind from doing the show and from work because I have to do me time. I have to give time to myself, and that's one of the things I've learned has helped me with mental health big time, is having time where I'm eating something and watching YouTube. But it's not watching YouTube, watching wrestling stuff. It's just going through YouTube, watching stupid shit. Like 2 schmucks going to Hooters and doing a one-pick challenge. Oh, yeah, that's us. My point is this. People who make fun of mental health, who don't look at it as serious, folks, it's a serious issue right now. And it is bigger than the pandemic that we went through. Because people suffer on a daily basis. And a lot of times people do not want to be open about it. And I am open about it. I'm open about the demons that I face. These guys can attest to it, that I'm open about it. And I'm fixing it now. I'm fixing it every day. So that's my thing with mental health.
Well, do you mind if I add on a few quick statements on my end
Yeah, go ahead.
about this thing? So
Go ahead, because
first
I
of
got
all,
something
John.
else to add to that Malachi stuff.
Okay.
All right.
So first of all, John, I'm gonna say on the air, I was only joking when I said wrong fact, guys. So I apologize for that.
I was only joking. I was only joking.
But do you get what I was saying though? And it wasn't towards
No, I do.
in general.
No, I do. But I just want to make the record clear on that.
You're good.
And just like you, and I agree with you on the whole thing with everyone deals with mental health and dealing with demons. And what time is it right now?
24 hours later than yesterday.
Shut up. Shut up. No, seriously, what time is it, John?
10:30.
10:29 p.m.
10:29.
10:29. Okay, on 10:29, I'm openly admitted to this because a lot of people don't know. Because I'm not as open about this as much, but on 10:29, 10:30ish on Tuesday, September 27th, I deal with demons every fucking day. I deal with demons every fucking day, with going back to when I was back in school and whatnot, being picked on, being bullied. And even when I first started my announcing career 10 years ago, I still had people like make fun of me, mock me, say, why are you doing this? You should give up while you can. You're not that good. Just really just like, even still to this day, I had people that, I have a few assholes that fucking like, pretty much try to kick me down while I'm up.
Yeah.
So basically and also dealing, especially the last couple of years, where me personally, I lost basically my number one best friend and my number one supporter, my mother. That's when the demons really kicked in. Like when my mother passed in April 2020, I was mere inches, and I do mean inches away from walking away from wrestling in general, because I did not have the fire and willpower anymore. And especially the pandemic, where I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do a proper funeral service for my mother, couldn't go see family, couldn't see friends, nothing. I was home alone by myself in a fucking corner of my apartment, curled up in a fetal position, and I didn't want to leave. Literally, all I had was the stuffed teddy bear that I got from my mother the Valentine's Day before she passed. Wrapped it around myself, and cradled like a baby in a crib for days, even weeks. Actually, no, scratch that. Even months after my mother passed.
Oh, damn.
So, but just like John, I'm working on it now, overcoming it. Granted, yeah, I know those feelings. The feelings of losing my mother will never go away. But the demons part, it definitely will. Try not to get a little emotional right now, but for those that do know and are behind me on everything, I thank you immensely for being there for me. But for all the haters out there that still talk shit about, and there were a few people out there that actually were talking shit about when my mother passed. I'm not going to mention who, because they don't deserve the recognition. But spoiler alert, there's be some vile language on here. For those haters out there, you can kiss my motherfucking ass. Because it's people like you that don't deserve the light of day of being publicly acknowledged or anything. Because if you're the assholes that are talking shit, then deep down, you are the real nobody in this life.
Before we get back to Carl's thing,
Yeah.
hearing what Ryan said, and I had some other stuff there, but I'll hold off on that. I think it's safe to say we will have. Hold on, Carl. Give me a second here. I think it's safe to say we will have a YouTube exclusive.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Because I look at it this way. I don't look at us as big time people. Okay, we're not big names. Okay, but like I said, we've all gone through demons. We've all, and we're going to do a podcast. We might have other people on. I haven't thought that part through yet. And it's something that has to be talked about. And I will make sure that this happens by hell or high water. But
I got you, beat, John. I got you, beat. I'm already on top of that.
Okay.
I'm already working something out.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you right now, the four of you, well, I should say the three of you, do not know something about me that I've kept secret for years. I've actually thought of suicide myself because I was bullied all my life in school and out of school. And because of that is why I am the way I am.
Wow, I didn't think this conversation was going to take this.
It's something that a lot of people don't talk about.
Because now I'm going to get into what I wanted to tell you. Okay?
Yeah.
It says here under his Malachi Black's Wikipedia. Okay? In September, Black reportedly requested his release from AEW, although Black himself debunked this in an Instagram live stream.
Yep.
So if he's telling you he didn't ask for his fucking release, for you dirt sheet fuckers out there, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You are the worst fucking media there is. That's why people don't want to fucking deal with you.
Carl, tell them how you really feel. But guys,
I would love to find every single one of them and punch them in their fucking goddamn face and break the jaw.
Okay, then.
You know what's funny, Carl? This is actually going to make us laugh. I think you're taller than most of them.
Yeah, probably.
But guys, if there's nothing else to get to, I think it's safe to say we do have one big announcement to make. And if you don't mind, I would like to have the honors of doing this one.
Yeah, go ahead, John boy.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. We're going full screen on this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, one of the things, this kind of coincides with tomorrow also. Tomorrow is 10 months for this show. Not 9, 10. And in those 10 months, this show has gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. It's had a lot of ups, a lot of downs. There were a lot of moments I didn't know if the show was going to continue. And what we saw this weekend between Ace, Magic, and Invictus, I think the right move we did was to continue the show. And I am here to announce that it is official. October, wow, covers my head perfectly. October 16th, down in Baltimore, Maryland. Actually, not technically Baltimore. It's in the Maryland area. Okay.
It's in the Baltimore area.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Get it right, John.
The Around the Ropes podcast will be making its debut at Celeb Fest 5.
Yay!
We will have shirts there that you can buy. We will also have our coffee, which we should hopefully have by that point. And we'll also be signing autographs. So definitely come by, say hi. You can even chest slap Carl if you want. I will allow it.
Oh, you guys don't know this one.
What?
John, you mentioned coffee. Right?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will also have coffee mugs with our logo on it.
Oh, God.
Really?
Oh, yeah, you told me about this.
I didn't know.
No. Carl told me about this. I think it was yesterday. I think.
Oh.
And folks, we will not have OnlyFans.
Huh?
Damn
John
it!
does. Only John does.
No, I wanted an OnlyFans.
No. Okay, you want to see our OnlyFans? Hold on. This can work. Come on. Work with me here. Look, my OnlyFans.
Oh.
John, did you forget that we were also going to have stickers?
Yes, we will. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go hide now.
Oh, that's a perfect look for you, Ryan.
You know that reminds me of the restaurant in Vegas.
It's okay. It's okay, Carl. Just remember, the kids in the birthday party will be taller than you in a year.
Hold on. There's a restaurant in Vegas. I forgot the name of it.
Hell's Kitchen.
They
No.
treat you like shit.
Yes.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a legit restaurant in Vegas that they are required. The workers are required to degrade you.
Really?
I think it's called Dick's Last Resort.
Yes.
Really?
I've seen them on TikTok.
I really, really want to go to.
I do too.
Well, one last thing.
Ryan, which one are you talking about?
What do you mean? Which one I'm talking
I
about?
want to go to that heart attack one.
Oh hell no! No, you have fun at that one. I'll go to Dick's Last Resort. I'd rather get insulted than have a fucking heart attack of eating a burger.
Ah, okay.
Dude, all you got to do is just call me up. I'll insult you for free.
On a daily basis.
Yeah.
But guys, one last thing I do want to get to. Were any of you guys blocked by Teddy Long?
Nope.
No, I wasn't.
However, John,
Okay.
you forgot something.
What?
What did I forget now?
End of the month. The 29th.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah,
October
Thursday.
29th.
Oh, October 29th. Okay.
CCW.
Oh, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have tickets.
Oh, yeah.
And next week, live on this show, we will tell you how you have a chance to win said tickets.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay tuned to our show next Tuesday and all of our social media accounts to learn how to win.
Yep.
Yes, and Carl, if I'm not mistaken, isn't the main event for that show? Oh yeah, it's right here.
I got it, Johnny boy.
Okay. Do your thing.
John, let me do my damn job.
Yes, guys, we will have peace.
Oh, versus Madman Fulton.
Jesus.
Oh, what a match it's gonna be.
Yes.
This is definitely gonna be a banger.
Oh yeah.
I would love to
guys.
see one of them come out of the ring and just chest slap the shit out of John.
Yeah. Oh, John definitely needs a chest slap.
Oh, we might be able to make that happen now. So, John, just stay tuned.
Carl, I can make it happen.
I know. Oh, I know. Don't worry.
Can I try to go to one wrestling event in Jersey and not have to worry about somebody trying to hit me?
No.
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 Especially if one of the competitors I'm seeing in a few weeks.
Okay, well,
Yes.
and yeah. And also,
As I said to Mr. Alvarez, you're screwed.
moving on, guys, a quick programming note for next Tuesday's show.
Mm-hmm.
It will only be a three-man booth with
Three-man?
Brian, Costa, and Carl. I will not be on next week. because it is Yom Kippur.
Oh man.
People don't know what that is. Basically, Yom Kippur is the holiday where we basically don't eat or drink from sundown the night before till sundown of the next day.
Oh,
You can't drink water, nothing.
like a fasting. It's a fasting, yeah.
It's a fasting because you're supposed to repent your sins, and Jewish people think it's easier just doing a day and people's nuts and go to a place where they can do it like Catholic people. But that's neither here nor there. But that will be so. I will not.
So then also too, I can announce this next Tuesday. Let me get the time right before I forget and look like a moron like John. 8:30 next Tuesday. We have a special guest on our show. The Beer City Bruiser.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be sick.
Okay, Carl, I can top that one because when I do return to the show and I take back the a-hole chair, I think there's going to be a certain star from Cobra Kai that's going to be on.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Not true.
Mr. Mike Barnes himself, Sean Kanan, will be on the show October 11th to talk about the season right now of Cobra Kai, and also talk about the fact that he's been in 900 different soap operas, as I learned from my mother.
Speaking of that, I recently saw him on a few episodes of not that I watch it, but Young and the Restless.
Yep, he's on that show.
Yeah.
Yep, he's on that show. But yes, guys, October 11th, that interview will be happening here on this network.
Yay.
So, guys, you're not going to want to miss
That way we can tell him that John thinks that Cobra Kai sucks and he can find John and kill him.
Asshole. But I hope you enjoy those nuts, by the way.
I didn't hear that.
More than what you have got.
God damn it!
Moving on. But, guys, that's what we have coming up. So, next week, I will not be on Beer City Bruiser.
We have one even, John, you forgot a guest that we have coming on that has already been confirmed for the end of the month.
Who?
I'm going to put it out there now. We have the one, the only Miss Billy Starks coming on our show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I will ask her how her kiwi pizza is.
Oh, my.
Just for that, you're sitting in the corner and timeout for that fucking interview.
John, I hope she's on a show that you and I are both at, and I'm going to look at her and go, hey, Billy, that's the dumb that said the kiwi
Pizza.
comment.
Yeah.
Hey, I am who I am.
An asshole.
Yes, I am.
Or a dumbass, whichever one you want to call it.
No. I'm the Brian. We gave Carl the nickname of Captain Rogaine. I got the nickname of Tribal Dumbass.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charmaine.
I'm glad it's not Tribal Chief.
Charmaine.
I'm the real Tribal Chief. Yeah.
And by the way, guys,
His name is Charmin.
Charmin.
If we're talking about the October 29th show, you're not going to want to miss that show.
Nope.
Because not only will you have great in-ring action, but a certain host on the show will be wearing a Halloween costume that day.
Oh, God.
Oh, don't worry about that. It'll actually be aired on our. We'll have a picture of it, so we can show everybody the following week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. I'm that much of a crazy person, but again, I've also tried a hot chip challenge, so I am who I am. But
John,
let's. Yes.
You can take the crazy title from me because I'm the one that came up with the spicy chip challenge, which your ass is in trouble for the next challenge.
Oh, God.
What now?
Oh, God.
Well, talk off camera, folks, because we're going at the 3-hour mark here.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah.
how about this? No final thoughts. We'll wrap things up and call it a night. Deal?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah.
Guys, glad you guys had a chance to watch us tonight. Greatly appreciate everybody who watched us. Again, tune in next week for the two knuckleheads and Costa.
Yeah.
I'll be on. I'll be back in 2 weeks on October 11th for the Sean Kanan interview and that show as well. But again, guys, find us on. We're on all social medias. We're on all platforms you can think of. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. You can find us. Give us a subscribe. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Give us a hug. Whatever you want to do, it's fine.
Give John a chest slap.
Give Carl hair. But on that note, guys, it's been fun. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I am leaving the show in these guys' hand next week. Oh, that's going to be fun. But I will be watching. Again, guys, for Carl, for Ryan, and for Costa, I'm John. This has been another installment of Around the World podcast. I will see you guys next week.
Tune in next week. It's going to be the best show you've ever had. Peace.
Liz, call me.